we gotta talk about it. With the recent release of the new gears here, the supercharge rate increase, the reload speed increase, and the 2 mythic gears, it seems like Brawl Stars feels like an undiscovered battlefield. Testing out all of the unfamiliar combinations and how they impact brawlers has been incredibly fun. However, today we are going to be highlighting an absolutely busted combination. And it's almost a shame that we're bringing it up here because I suspect that something like this could very well get a nerf in the next update. And it's on a brawler that I think has been pretty dang unpopular for quite some time. So this wild combination here is the supercharge rate gear along with a brawler that I think is very much so forgotten most of the time, and that is Lou. We literally made a video a couple weeks ago highlighting that I feel like Lou is one of the most forgetful brawlers in this game. But dude, ever since this last update, Lou has been incredibly fun to play, beloved by several people inside the community, and even played successfully at a high level. It's pretty dang cool to hear Power League grinders like in the top 50s saying that Lou is just busted with this gear. Now, if you guys haven't picked up this gear, if you are level 10 on Lou, you need to do it right now while he's still good because it's one of the most insane combos that we have in the game now ever since the gears have been released. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I feel like right now the reload speed gear is the better of the 2 epics. Seeing that the supercharge rate gear doesn't necessarily interact amazingly well with all of the brawlers that have it on their character, but Lou is most definitely not fitting into that category because with the gear equipped, you're able to get your super with 6 projectiles landing on an opponent, whereas before it was 7. Seeing that Lou shoots off 3 different shots per basic attack, this allows him to get his super with 2 basic attacks, whereas beforehand you needed to use at least 3 to get your super. It sounds like such a small change, but dude, we've had dedicated balance changes in the past on certain brawlers that would just take away a fraction of their supercharge rate, so it would influence them needing to use 1 more basic attack to get their super, whereas before it would take less, and that would just, my goodness, change the character immensely. While on top of that, for a brawler much like Lou, one of the best supers in the entire game, a brawler that relies on it quite heavily, being able to get it just a little bit easier is just so impactful to his character. Now, there are a few other things that I want to point out about Lou that I feel like has been amped ever since this gear has been implemented in the game before we get into the gameplay. For example, I'm not sure if you guys realize this, but if you have multiple supers down on a radius and there's someone within it and you use the gadgets, that causes the freeze meter to increase instantaneously. If you have multiple, it gets it even quicker. So 1 super on the ground only gets him frozen about a little bit more than half, but if you have 2 supers on the ground, it's a guaranteed stun right when you press the super. As you guys can see, bam. And it's definitely not uncommon with this gear nowadays to get more than 1 super on the ground at a time with Lou. It is actually very common. Another thing that's so underrated about this change, more supers means more freezing of the characters. More freezing means easier time being able to get your super again because you just gotta auto aim and cycle to another super. So the amount of supers that you can get down on the ground during a match seems to be just ridiculous just because of this small gear for him here in this last update. I'm telling you now, this brawler used to be kind of boring to play before, but once mastered, when you're good at landing your shots with this character, he can be one of the most fun to play in the game right now with this gear. So I want to start off here today with a little bit of Brawl Ball. I find it's actually really easy to get a bunch of supers down in this game mode. Hopefully I can showcase multiple supers at once, at least once in this video. So let's get to running here. Let's try to pick up some dubs with this broken combo. Got a Piper on the prowl. Let's go. Getting close to our super already, just landing a few shots. All right, we have a very long range comp on the enemy team, which is kind of sketchy, but if we play our cards right, we can really influence this map with our supers. So let's get 1 initial super and try to utilize that to get as many more as we can here. Okay, let's go. We have the Brock. We want to stay kind of outside of his maximum range for that splash damage. All right, Brock breaking that wall. Might make it a little bit easier for the Piper to land her shots. Taking down the Stu, good stuff. We're halfway to our super. On a longer range map like this, it's going to be a bit harder to get your super more often, but once you get it once, like I said before, you can kind of cycle it fairly well. All right, this Stu is definitely going to play a little bit more aggro than most. And now that we got a super, let's see if we can utilize this to the most potential. All right, we're not going to use it yet. Stu very low. Now that we got him kind of pinned here, we might be able to do some madness. All right, let's go like this. Maybe freeze the Brock. Good stuff. And we're already halfway to a super. We just landed one basic attack. Okay, we got a Brock coming in. Once we get position in a Brawl Ball map, it starts to get a little bit wild. Okay, nice. Kind of botched that super, but we've already gotten 2 since our first super. And we are such a problem here, dude. We are such a problem. We are the problem. Okay, nice. Our team is rocking and rolling. Nothing crazy showcasing the super, but it's working out. Okay, let's go like this. Try to freeze this Brock so we can cycle. Got a little bit carried away, but I don't think it will be a huge problem. Our team is playing phenomenal. We've gotten our 3rd super this game already on a map that honestly isn't that crazy good at getting a lot of supers, right? With this long range poke damage. If you can be like a scrappy Lou with a lot of walls and stuff like that where auto aiming comes into play, it gets kind of wild. Okay, we're just going to kind of sacrifice our body to take down this Brock, and it worked out. Let's go. We're close to another super here. Maybe we can get it on the Piper if we can land our shot. All right, I'm just going to retreat back, toss down a super for some crowd control. Okay, good. Landing our shots on the stew. Good. Let's toss it on the ball. What you gonna do, Piper? Huh? Go get it. You'll die. I don't know if we're gonna win. I hope we do, but either way, it's so dang fun to showcase just how many supers we can get realistically in a match. Not gonna happen. Okay, let's move this ball up. Stu's got a super. He's definitely our ball scorer in this situation. Try to keep back this Piper. We're keeping her. Oh gosh. Are we gonna get a draw? Not on my watch, baby. No! Let's use him in a game mode where he's actually insanely good in hot zone, right? You throw down a super and the enemy team has a hard time to just go on the hot zone itself. I'm going to do my best this game to be as scrappy as possible. I want to get as many supers as I can, so we're going full sweat here. All right, we got 1. Ain't going to happen. We got him locked. We got a super here. Got him locked. Got another super. What's up, Bo? Let's just heal for a little bit here, huh? Bo, you're just gonna die. Yeah. Okay, nice. All right, good stuff. I'm telling you, dude, that Brawl Ball game was just not a great showcase because it was so long range, where in a map like this, where we can really scrap it out and be annoying, we're gonna get so many supers here. Thanks to the help of the Poco as well. Things are kind of wild. Okay. Try to get this dude off the map. All right, don't know where those other bow mines are, unfortunately. Nice. Okay, we're not gonna use our super on the Griff there, or should we? All right, let's go like this. Let's freeze him. Easy peasy. It's like our 4th or 5th super in a relatively quicker match here. And dude, once you're able to get down his shots and you can land them consistently, it just gets nuts how many supers you can get here. Let's zone out that bow here. And dude, I feel like for the longest time, this man has been a little bit underrated, seeing that this freeze mechanic is just an innate ability. You don't need a star power for it, and it feels like a star power. My game cut out for some reason, but we ended up winning. But y'all get the point. I feel like Lou really thrives in those types of gameplay styles where you're a bit more scrappy in the enemy teammate's face, get them frozen, go to the next brawler, throw down a super, get them stunned, and you just cycle around with these crazy supercharge rates increase. But yeah, dude, it is absolutely insane how much of a change one gear can do to character. I think this is probably the biggest change or influence a gear has on a certain brawler in this game, and I think the biggest bang for your buck if you're thinking about purchasing this on Lou at the minute. It just makes him so much more fun to play and actually insane in the game. I feel like Lou beforehand had some use cases in even competitive settings, like in hot zone, played at the highest level, but I feel like he was definitely still very forgettable to the majority of the player base inside of Brawl Stars, where I think this small tweak just makes him so much more fun to play, and I highly recommend you try it out. But yeah, everyone, that's just about all I got for you here in this video today. It is so dang enjoyable testing out these gears in the Brawl Stars meta here ever since this update, dude. I've been digging season 15 so far, and hopefully you guys have been as well. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you all in the next one. Adios and take care.